Batting third.
And that brings up the former MVP, Keith Hernandez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. On the ground to the right side. And that is through into right field for a single. In now, Keith Hernandez. As he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball one. He collected a base hit his first time up. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane of the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout. This guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
The tag, and he's called out trying to stretch two base. Standing in now, Keith Hernandez. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's got hits in both of his at-bats so far in this one. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he is into second with a double, his third hit of the night. At the plate now, Keith Hernandez. He swings and grounds it to short. On to second for the force out in the side. And that brings up the former MVP, Keith Hernandez, as he'll take strike one on the inside corner. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Into the box now, Keith Hernandez. Pulled toward right center field. Robles waits on it. And that's the third out. So now to the plate, Keith Hernandez, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. 1 for 2 in the ballgame thus far. Pitch out, nothing doing. Baez, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. The count now at 2-2. From the stretch. Swing and a line drive, but gloved by the third baseman for the out. At the plate, Keith Hernandez. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
He wasn't even close to swinging right there. That was a stone-cold take.
Well outside with the curveball for a ball. Line down the left field line. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Now here's the pitch. Hit on the ground to third. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what And that brings up the former MVP, Keith Hernandez. Lifted the other way down the left field line.
Hernandez.
And foul. The windup and the 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ready on 1 and 2. Swing and a liner. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1 and 2. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. Stepping in now, Keith Hernandez. As he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball, 1-0.
Counts 1-0. That's ball
and he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. 2-1 after the foul ball there. Into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a liner. And that is down, as that could be 2 bases. He's around first, heading for 2. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Batting third, the first baseman.
And that brings up the former MVP, Keith Hernandez. Now he turns on a fastball and sends it deep down the right field line. Boom goes the dynamite. Standing in now, Keith Hernandez. As he will line this one into right center, and this is going to get down and should be extra bases. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
Up next for the Mets, the first baseman, Keith Hernandez.
And that brings up the former MVP, Keith Hernandez.
Ball
1-0 the count. A ball and no strikes.
2-0.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
And this is lined hard to deep left. Brantley is there, and he puts this one away for the third out.
The first baseman, number 17, Keith Hernandez.
And that brings up the former MVP, Keith Hernandez. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Ready with the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
That's in there. Base hit. And that'll bring home another as they open it up to a 4-0 advantage now.
The first baseman, number 17, Keith Hernandez.
And that brings up the former MVP, Keith Hernandez, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. Down the left field line and deep, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Ready with the 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Lindor on third. Baez at second with 2 gone. Hit hard on the ground to the right. A dive, and he knocks it down. Notch 1 in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that,
The first baseman, number 17, Keith Hernandez.
And that brings up the former MVP, Keith Hernandez. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. He's set. The 0-1.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
High in the air out to center field. Center fielder on the run. He's got it, and they get out of the
The first baseman, number 17.
And that brings up the former MVP,
Hernandez.
Keith Hernandez. And he'll watch
Counts
one
1-0.
miss up and away for a ball, 1-0.
Ball
And
2.
that's inside and a bit low anyways. It's 2-0.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Looks at a
Ball.
fastball
That's
inside, so he's in the driver's seat, 3-1.
Definitely in a tough situation facing the 3-hitter. You can work around him and maybe walk him to load the bases, but that...
Smoked the other way, high and deep to left. And we'll just leave it there as they make the play to end.
The first baseman, number 17, Keith Hernandez.
And that brings up the former MVP, Keith Hernandez, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. A ball and a strike to the Mets
1-1.
first baseman. Lifted down the line in left. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 1-2 pitch.
That's a ball.
And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's
2-2
back
now.
to 2-2.
Number 3 hole hitter up right now. Cleanup guy on deck. 2-ball, 2-strike count. I think pitcher wants to make something happen right here.
He's under it, and that ends the inning.
The first baseman, number 17, Keith
And that brings up the former MVP, Keith Hernandez. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch.
A swing and a miss. That retires.
Now batting, the first baseman, Keith Hernandez.
And that brings up the former MVP, Keith Hernandez. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. And what an effort on the running play to end.
The first baseman, number 17, Keith.
And that brings up the former MVP, Keith Hernandez. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
Now a curveball knocked down at home plate. Good work there to prevent any advance. It's 1-2. Here comes the 1-2.
That's ball 2.
It looked like he tried to get him to chase on that pitch there, 1-2. A good idea, but I think now he has to challenge him a little bit. He doesn't want to get into a worse situation with the cleanup guy up next.
3 balls, 2
And that
strikes.
one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. Count remains full. The payoff pitch. And he's down on strikes, so they get 2 men.
The first baseman, number 17, Keith.
And that brings up the
Hernandez.
former MVP, Keith Hernandez. Altuve fields it cleanly. On to first, and the Mets are going to come up empty here.
Up next for the Mets, the first baseman, Keith Hernandez.
And that brings up the former MVP, Keith
0-1 for
Hernandez. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Oh, and 2 the count to Hernandez.
I got the count. 0-2.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The count is
Now
1
a
and 2.
fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2.
That's a great take right there. You knew the pitcher was going to try and expand the zone. 0-2 in a big spot, and he was able to spit on that one. Hopefully get something in the heart of the plate this pitch.
Castro is there, and he puts the...
The first baseman, number 17, Keith.
And that brings up the former MVP, Keith Hernandez. 1 ball, no strikes to count. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman.
1-1.
Fouled away. Lindor, the runner at third. Baez on at second with 2 down. High and deep down the left field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball.
He's certainly pushing the throttle and pulling it with those 4 pitches. Statistics class tells me
I got the count.
I'm sitting
2-2.
fast.
2-2 the count. Had to wait back on the changeup, and he did a good job just to make contact.
After fouling off the second one, I got to step out of the box, adjust my batting gloves, and tell myself there's no chance he's tripling up on that pitch.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. 2-2. Here it is. Lifted the other way out to left center. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning.
The first baseman, number 17, Keith Hernandez.
And that brings up the former MVP, Keith Hernandez. Swing and a liner. 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
And he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. Bregman is there, and he put.
Up next for the Mets, the first baseman, Keith.
And that brings up the former MVP, Keith
0-1.
Hernandez. No balls and 1 strike. He's set. The 0-1. It's sharply toward third. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. As he arrives at second without a play, as they also score a pair of runs on the play.
The catcher, number 8, Gary Carter.
And the Hall of Fame catcher Gary Carter hits next. He swings and sends it on a line to right center. And that's in there. Base hit. Throw coming quickly, and the winning run moves up to third now with.
The catcher, number 8.
And the Hall of Fame catcher Gary Carter hits next. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. The 0-1. Down the left field line and deep, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Now the 0-2 pitch. In the air down the line and left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. Possible game winners at second base here with 1 away. Hit the other way out toward right field. Tucker is there, 2 down.
The left fielder, number 2, Dominic. Now batting, catcher.
And the Hall of Fame catcher Gary Carter hits next. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. The winning run at second, however, the double play in order here. The 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. Now the 1-2 pitch. Oh, this is hit to third. Will it be 2? The tag gets 1. On to first and.
The catcher, number 8.
And the Hall of Fame catcher Gary Carter hits next.
That ball's foul.
Line hard. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Outside, 2-1.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
2-2 to the Mets catcher. high fly ball out to straightaway center. Siri is there, 2 gone.
The left fielder, number the catcher, number 8, Gary Carter.
And the Hall of Fame catcher Gary Carter hits next. A drive to left. Get out of here. Get out of here. Gone. They win it. Santa Maria. And that brings up the former MVP, Keith Hernandez, as he drives a liner to right center. In there for extra bases, and there goes the no-hitter. And he's safe.
No, he beat it.
The first baseman, number 17, Keith.
And that brings up the
Hernandez.
former MVP, Keith Hernandez, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Looking up is the right fielder. Boom goes the dynamite.
Mm-hmm.